Ah, I get it now. Sorry guys, this is bad.
Let's start again.
Let's start again.
Yes.
No, but again, I suppose that the title is a dead giveaway. Again, I decided to sort of go into the startup world. I still have my current job, but I had a problem which I thought I had, and I'm sure many other people had, and I decided to just go for it. But nonetheless, I had, I think, no money. But that didn't put me off. And something I wanted people to get away from this session is that if you don't go for it, or if you don't launch something, you would never know if it was going to be successful with the little money you have. You just simply have to go for it. I'm not saying hope for the best, but put your mind into it and anything is possible. And my idea was to simplify something. And the simplicity comes from Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes. You see them, you get them, you automatically know what to do with them. So when I come up with ideas, I try and think about a way whereby if I have to solve something, can I make it as simple as a Post-it note? And that thinking really helped me in terms of trying to manage the little money I had and come up with an idea that I can actually take to the market and present to somebody. The problem, I was simply tired of standing in a queue for 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get my favorite lunch. And I thought there had to be a better way. Why can't I do it online? So I can order my food, get it delivered in the office if I want to, or pick it up, or I can go in there and eat there if I wanted to. But there was nothing in the market for that. So I thought, let me do something. Lunch Money was born. And we basically make it easy for you to go online and order your food when you're in the office to get it delivered. And I believe many corporates can definitely give this to the employees to make it better for them. That while you're in the office, you've got so many things to do, nothing stops you from going online, placing your order, and just getting on with the rest of the thing you have to do for the rest of the day. How do we do it? Through a picture menu. We're fascinated by pictures. When you see your lunch, you go out, you view it before you actually eat it. So we've done that whereby, even as a group, you can place orders of within 200 to 500 people, and everything is actually done together to be delivered into the office in one go. How did it start? With £1,000 in my account. You might not believe it, but all I had was £1,000 when I decided to go for it. Was I crazy? Not necessarily. I was just optimistically sort of naive and blindly, again, optimistic. It's just one of those things. But the question I put forward is that if you don't go for it, you will never know if it was going to be successful with the little money you had. And I had £1,000. Okay. Got to be all that. And I just did not see that I only had £1,000. But the best thing I did, and we should do it more often, we all have professional jobs that can actually benefit from this. I did a prototype. And ideas are great, but prototypes are fantastic because when you tell someone an idea, they might get scared about the magnitude of the amount of work that is needed. But with a prototype, yeah, 400, I thought it was a lot of money too, but it was good. They see it and they think, you know what, I can make it better. I can do this, I can do that. And that's the power of a prototype. And I was able to use the prototype to really demonstrate the potential of what I was trying to do with Lunch Money with my other co-founders. The moment they saw the prototype, they heard the idea, they were in. It was basically a 10-second conversation and they were in. And without them, I won't be standing here today. And it's one of those fantastic things that it made it possible, a prototype. Nonetheless, even with them on board, there were so many things I had to do. You literally have to be everybody with no money. I literally had no money again. I had 600 now. I was secretary, I was PA, but it was fantastic because as human beings, when you put in a situation whereby you had to deliver, you learn so many things, you have so many hidden skills you just don't know you had. But I was glad I didn't have the money because I learned so many things, and nonetheless, even with the amount of skills I learned, there was still so much more to do. I had to come up with 4 portals. I had to do marketing. Maybe I'm crazy, not necessarily sort of optimistic, but the drive was there, and why was there a drive? I really wanted to make lunch fun. I wanted employers to provide something to the employees whereby you literally get your food and you can just take that break. I don't want to queue up. I can do other things. And again, they're not gangster. They're just very happy penguins. And that is what I wanted to do. That I wanted to make sure that lunch was fun and make it easy for the lunch to be delivered to you from excellent restaurants. And the surprising thing was this. Before I spent £1,000, Lunch Money was Lunch Money. We had the infrastructure, we had everything in place because we did not have to spend £1,000 to get to this level. And it's amazing because you would think I need so much money. But when you start doing it, you realize actually I can manage everything. But there'll be challenges. The challenges will make you want to tear your head down and think I cannot do this. But you carry on going. Why? Our challenge was very easy. The title gave it away. Money, cash, whatever you want to call it. That was our biggest challenge. And if I had money, there were many things I could have done quicker, but I'm glad I didn't have the money because it meant that we learned, we didn't make big mistakes. But the challenges we faced were easy to tackle. Why? Because of the highs. There were so many things that happened between me and my co-founders that it just felt amazing that I had 3 people who we were sharing this experience with. And having 100 followers might not mean nothing to some people, but to us, it was like, oh my God, because we hadn't marketed nothing. We didn't have no money. And brings me to my next fear, marketing. I know marketing is important, but I'm a startup on a shoestring. I have no money. So how do I tackle marketing? So if there's anyone in here that has sort of friends that can give us free press or free marketing, hey, I'm not ashamed to ask for assistance, but that is one of the things about startup on a shoestring, that you know when to ask for help. But with all the fears, there's the fun. There's so many fun to have. Speaking to restaurants, signing corporates, the best thing is the chicken and egg. So you go to a corporate and you say, listen, I've got these amazing ideas. Get your employees to use my site. And they say, oh, no, get the restaurants first. And then you go to the restaurants and the restaurants tell you, well, get the corporates first. And it's like, oh man, please, just sign. But we're in a very good situation whereby we actually do very well. We have both corporates and we have both restaurants. I've had to spend £1,000, more than that. But I believe that what we're trying to do is fantastic. And the little money I had, I was able to go in and simply just go for it. And there are many people in here that have ideas that's just sitting somewhere, behind the cupboard or whatever. Go for it, but you need that drive. Before you do anything, that drive has to be clear in your mind that I am doing this for a reason. Because when the money runs out, or you have, let's say, £10 left, and you're thinking, I have to pay for my server cost, that drive has to be there. And I'm glad that drive is still in me, because I want to simplify something to make it easy for you to get lunch and actually enjoy your lunch. And again, I think it's gone a lot quicker than I expected, but thank you. And obviously, that's what we do. We make it easy. And if there's any person in here that think that corporate can actually benefit from what we're trying to do, please speak to me, because I genuinely believe that every one of us in here, we have ideas that we can run with. And if you don't run with that idea because you think you don't have the money, that idea would never come to life. And it would be a shame that that idea never becomes something that we get to find out about. So please go for your ideas with whatever energy and money you have. Thank you.